has created the Authorpreneur Secrets Academy and the first Caribbean Authorpreneur Summit around her book, Authorpreneur Secrets. Write fast, publish affordably, and generate lasting income. As an Amazon best-selling author of 21 books, she has coached several Caribbean authors to become Amazon best-selling authors. Her mission is to raise up 10,000 winning Caribbean entrepreneurs by 2030 to ensure fewer books die in the minds of their authors, that more manuscripts become published legacies, and precious lives are transformed with the turn of every page. Let's welcome C. Ruth Taylor. It's another Authorpreneur Secrets Live. My question for episode 3 is this: what one self-publishing skill could you learn that could become a game changer, that could put more money in your pocket and keep more money in your pocket? This evening, I want to talk about that one game-changing skill that I learned that helped me to publish my books faster. It kept money in my pocket, and it also put money in my pocket. I'm C. Ruth Taylor. Welcome to Authorpreneur Secrets Live. This is the program that is based on this book, Authorpreneur Secrets. Write fast, publish cost effectively, and generate lasting income. And so if you want to learn to self-publish or become a publishing services provider, set up your own company, this is a book that will teach you how to write books, and it will teach you how to publish and also how to create multiple income streams from your books. So I'm sharing my journey as an entrepreneur with the aim to raise up 10,000 entrepreneurs by 2030. Now that's possible if we have more self-publishers or more people from the Caribbean having their own publishing company, and more of us learning the process of self-publishing, because my desire is also for this region to become the hub of self-publishing. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Class is now in session. This is a live masterclass. All right. So today I'm going to talk about, as I said before, that game-changing skill that I learned in 2019 that shifted everything. Now I'm going to share some of the tools that I use, and some of these are free, some of these are paid. And then at the end, I'm going to introduce you to a course that I have created that can be totally self-paced, but I have included in it some live sessions. And towards the end of today's masterclass, I am going to explain more and tell you how you can sign up for that. All right. So there is no book that can go out without being formatted. The different words that are used for that term includes typesetting. In the olden days, that's what they used to do. So it's the typesetting. It is also called the layout. It is called interior book design, or just simply book formatting. And for a long time, the first 4 years on the journey, I did a format for myself and I did a format for others, because I had a formatter. I had a company that did a lot of the services that I wanted, and they formatted the books, they edited the books, they did the cover. Of course, they did this in pieces, and that enabled me to publish more cost effectively. I found them initially on Fiverr, and they came off Fiverr. As a matter of fact, they sponsored the first edition of this book Authorpreneur Secrets. That's a greener version with an image of somebody. That's the version behind there. And they sponsored it, and they're ND Author Services. So I used them for the first 4 years on my publishing journey. I just did not want to format. I didn't think I could do it. And some of you, you don't want to format. So what I'm sharing tonight might not be for you, but I'm also going to share a tool that you don't have to be a techie to use it. And you can format your books, your own books, and you can offer it as a service. It's an essential skill that you can learn to help others. Hi, Ian. Welcome. Thanks for joining live. So let's get into it. Some of the tools I'm going to talk about. I know one of them especially gets a bad rep, but I have found it to be a marvelous tool once you understand how to use it. Hi, Suzanne. Welcome. So let's talk about how much money we're talking about keeping in your pocket, or how much money you can be earning from learning this one skill. So let me flash on the screen the cost. So as usual, I do my research. In this book, I also have costs listed. And I have prices in Jamaican dollars, and I have prices in US dollars. And so here we go. This is the cost of book formatting. So the book cannot go out without being formatted. This is the second to last and most important for me stage of the process, because this is how you put the content together after it is fully edited. This is when you make the book look like a book. So the interior design of the book, whether that's a 6x9, a 5x8, and there are rules for it, right? There are certain rules that you have to apply, and there is a certain level of creativity to it. And so depending on the complexity of it, if it is a picture-driven book, if it is nonfiction, academic, or it has a lot of tables or references, whether footnotes or end notes, or a mixture of images and all kind of things, it can get quite complex. And so this is really not for everybody, but I'm talking to those who want to give this a shot. And like I said, there is a tool that even if you're not techie, you can learn to format within minutes. All right, so let me flash on the screen how much you stand to keep in your pocket or earn. Yes, my friends, book formatting, whether that is the formatting for the ebook or the print book, can range from $30 US all the way up to $1,000 US. Now, some of you are like, what? $1,000 US? Yes, depending on the complexity of the project, what kind of formatting you're doing, and depending on the formatter. Because like everything, it's a brand, this experience. So if it's a very image-laden book, if the book is large, you may find that you're paying all $500 for that, depending on the complexity. And some of you may say, $30? Who can charge $30 to format a book? Is that the ebook or is that the print book? Well, on Fiverr.com, you can get people who will format for $30, and that can just be the print book or the ebook. Some of these persons are just starting out, and so they're trying to build up their testimonials, or some of them live in countries that the US dollar is strong. And so you can get it for that. And so, yeah, that's how much money you could save or put in your pocket. And that could be for the ebook or the print book or both. All right. But on average, you want to look to pay about $100 at least that for both the print and the ebook on Fiverr. A decent graphic designer, a decent book formatter working on Fiverr, that would be the average rates. Then you have, it also depends on the program that they're using. So if they're using the top rated program, which is Adobe InDesign, it's gonna cost you. Those people who use Adobe InDesign tend to charge more. Most times they're not going to charge you less than $200 to format, and that might be a single version. We got a quote over the summer. We were looking at different formatters on Fiverr, and the person using Adobe InDesign, I think she quoted $350. And some of them is more than that. So if you are a Fiverr Pro, it's going to cost you more. All right, so you get the range there. And that's why we say self-publishing is expensive. And the only way, if you are paying a company, it can be very expensive because you're paying for the expertise and different things. If you're doing it yourself, the way to cut down the costs, unless you're getting free services, is you have to learn to do some of these things yourself. And that's what I did. All right, so 2019, a little story time. So I took on the challenge of, I wanted to have 20 books for 2020. I wasn't sure if I was going to write 20 whole new books. Given that I had 4 books already, I know I just needed 16 more. Sorry, so it so happened that I just kept writing different books. And how I did that, I've discussed that in here as well as the Rocket Writer. So I actually wrote 20 manuscripts. Some of them were journals, some of them were workbooks, and I kept them small. But I knew back then that the formatting was going to be a challenge, because how would I find so much money? The formatting at the time was about $100 per book. So that means just for the formatting, I would have had to find that's either 16 times 100 or 20 times 100. In the end, I set it to publish those 16 of them and end up with 20 books for 2020. So I still have 4 written manuscripts that haven't been published. And I'm like, I don't have that kind of money just for formatting. That's $1,600, you know, because the 16 books to go out. And so I needed to learn to save. And so I started my investigation, and I'm going to share with you the tools that helped me. So let me flash that on the screen quickly. All right. Ian says he's good with Adobe InDesign. Very good. The learning curve is steep and the cost per month is a lot, the subscription fee. And so master designers and publishers, Adobe InDesign is the top tool. So I couldn't go for that. So we're not even going to go there. But the fact that you can use that as a printer, as a designer, kudos to you. But know that people who are using that, you're not going to get the book designed for less than $200. All right, so let me flash on the screen the tools that I used. All right. And if you're wanting to learn, I can help you. So let's get to that. School is in session. Our class is in session. All right. So these are the tools that I use. Microsoft Word. Yes, 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 yes. If you go online and if you're searching, some persons might tell you that Microsoft Word, it's hard to use. Don't use it. You're not going to get a professional look. I say thumbs down for that. I formatted over 50 books, and one of my biggest books, I used Microsoft Word for that, almost 400 pages for a client, and it had images, and it was beautifully done. the author was pleased. Everybody was impressed with it. And we had tried using Atticus to format it, and the client wasn't pleased. Now with Atticus, you can get the book out in a couple minutes. But I had to go back to good old Microsoft Word because I'm not using Adobe InDesign. And because Word is more customizable, if you know how to navigate it, that's what I used. In terms of images, if you're using Microsoft Word, you also need Canva for some of the design elements that you're going to put if it is you're using, if the book you're designing has pictures. So Microsoft Word, I love it. I find it's more flexible, and I can even use Microsoft Words for children's books, picture books, with Canva or some other image designing tools. So my number one there is Microsoft Word. The challenge with Microsoft Word, if you don't know how to use it properly, is the numbering, the page numbering and the headers. It can jump from time to time, and if you don't have that kind of mastery or learn how to correct it, then you can have problems. But it's an easy fix. And if you use templates, so my teacher at the time, I signed up for a course with Derek Murphy, and it was just automated, just video lessons. And he produced templates that you could use in Microsoft Word, about 15 different templates. And for the most part, you know, the numbers and everything was set, and I used that, but there were still some challenges that I wish I could talk to the teacher and ask questions and get it done. So I had to really navigate around it. But Microsoft Word, no, I hear some of you might be saying, but no, Word is a subscription thing. The cheapest plan, I think, is $5.99 per month. And so 12 months would be what? What is that? What's the math? 12 sixes is how much? Whatever that is, that is the cost for the year, right? You can type 12 times 6 is how much in the comments, right? So it's over $60 because 12 fives is 60. I can't do the math just now. So type it. Type it in the comment. How much is that? Yeah. All right. So Microsoft Word, you have to pay the subscription plan. Of course, there are persons who work around it. But if you learn the lessons, I find it to be valuable. Then the next tool, this is the easiest tool to use on the market, hands down. Created by Dave Chesson. It's called Atticus.io. He announced it on my podcast. The first time it was being announced to the world, I think it was 2021, while it was in beta, that he was coming out with this program. He said if Google Docs and Microsoft Word and Scrivener had a baby, it would be Atticus. So it was designed to be like that. So Atticus.io is similar to Vellum, but Vellum is used mostly on Mac. Vellum is not on the screen because I'm showing you the ones that I use, right? So Atticus.io is only $147. No subscription plan. It's also a writing tool. They've done a number of changes to it. And if you learn, they have a whole YouTube channel dedicated to teaching you how to use it. You can learn to use it in 15 minutes or less, and you can have a book out formatted in minutes. Now, mostly simple books, some pictures, because it can give you a full spread. It can do non-fiction books as well, but it still has a few kinks. Everything has, you know, it's already preset. So certain customization that you want, Atticus may not be able to give it to you. And so many times I go to my default Word. But if it's a simple, especially a text-heavy book or just a few pictures, Atticus is the way to go. And then there is Calibre. No, or I use, or yeah, I think it's Calibre, it's pronounced. This one can give you ebook formatting. So I used that in the early days for ebooks, especially when Amazon had Mobi and different things. I used it. You can use that. But in more recent years, I've been using Kindle Create. Now, Kindle Create can give you EPUB. I'm using a lot of technical language now. Don't worry about it. So EPUB is the format that if you put your book there, the ebook, it can go across different platforms. Kindle Create can give you EPUB, and it also give you what they call a KPF, or a Kindle publishing file, that is just for Amazon Kindle. So those are the software that I use that kept money in my pocket. And I started offering it as a service to help others. Now, if you're a formatter, follow Ian. What tools have you used in the past? So Susan said that she formatted her dad's book in Word because he asked. What an experience. Is that a good experience or a bad experience? And then Ian says he is fairly good with Adobe InDesign. Okay, and he's saying, wow, read the formatting cost. So if you want to do more than just publish and sell your books, which is what these lessons and classes and this whole book is about, you can get this ebook for $9.99, or the paperback for $35, or the hardcover for $47, because it's going to save you thousands of dollars, help you make thousands. And I'm not exaggerating, because I'm sharing the secrets there. So those are the tools that I use. So I saved at least $1,600 because I was doing a lot of books. 16 books in a year. Just formatting alone would have cost me $1,600. Oh, you thought I was going to talk about AI or something like that. Well, you have the AI elements built into it, because when you use Canva, Canva has AI things built into it. So the AI tools like the magic write and different things, they will take out backgrounds. They will help you to generate the images. But book formatting, Atticus uses, it has within it, for example, it has Pro Writing Aid, which uses AI. But book formatting is not, you can't just, well, pretty much you put the edited text in, and they have templates and different things that can assist you to format the book. So let me go over to kindlepreneur.com. If you want to learn the rules of formatting too, find out more about atticus.io, you can learn that. But it's preset. So if you're not a techie, you just need to learn to do the page setup, select a theme, enter the text, and there's a whole channel built, and within a few minutes you can get it done. So the AI driven part, you can use that to generate your images, but when it comes to formatting the book, it's pretty much the things are set, and you play around with the tool and get it done. Or you can use, like I said, good old Microsoft Word. All right, so do you have any questions or any other comments? I like Ian's comment. Talk about some exciting AR or something like that. No. I am just coming out with the basic stuff that we use, but you do have some tools that make life much easier when you are getting this thing done, that are more affordable, that were not on the market. So this is one of the skills that you can learn. So let me share again. So kindlepreneur.com, book formatting, they have an entire course, so to speak, here. You can go through all of this, and it's a whole guide on formatting right there for you. All right. So there's that, a whole guide there that you can learn the rules. And we talked about Atticus. There it is. And they compare it. Like I said, it's 147 US dollars. But if you're planning to do many books or offer it as a skill to earn an income, having that tool would be helpful. All right. So you can use that one. I have also created a course, as I was saying earlier, to teach you what I know in terms of formatting. And that course is just $99. Not expensive, but it can save you thousands of dollars. It can put thousands or hundreds of dollars in your pocket. And I have tutorials. I have 18 short tutorials. It can be done over 6 weeks, and it's self-paced. It depends on how fast you want to go or how slow you want to go. Let me take off Ian's comment off the screen. $99, and we have short self-paced tutorials. When I say short, 3 minutes. The longest, and it's only one video that's that long, is 26 minutes, and it's talking about what a properly formatted book looks like. You'll get templates. I've created a whole formatting guide that teaches you step by step, especially how to use Microsoft Word. I teach you how to use Kindle Create. If you're going to use Word, then the sister tool to that for the output is Kindle Create. And then to make up for what was lacking in my training, I will have 4 live troubleshooting sessions. All right, that's 4 sessions to, as you go through the videos and the practice, because you're going to get tasks to do. If there's something you don't understand after I review the work, you can come to the live sessions, which would be 60 to 90 minutes, depending on how many questions you're asking and how much correction is needed. We can do that. If you don't want to do that, you just want the steps, and this is for Microsoft Word, this is for Atticus, and the Kindle Create, those 3 tools. I'll teach you how to master that. So simple steps and tools to format your print and ebooks like a boss. It will help you to reduce your self-publishing costs and earn an extra income if you choose to do it, because no book can go out without being formatted. And if this is not for you, like I said, you can always pay people to do it. You can go to Bamboo. No, you can go to Fiverr.com. I was going to say Bamboo Stars, but Bamboo Stars offers a whole package. So the formatting is part of the package. And you'll get expert guidance in those live troubleshooting sessions. So you can go to authorpreneur.com/book formatting, and you can go sign up, just $99. If you want to pay in Jamaican dollars, the Jamaican option is there. So I can show that. We want to wrap this up shortly because we don't want these sessions to go more than half an hour. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. So I'm just introducing you to this course in case you want to learn it. This is a game changer. Honestly, this is a game changer. And I would encourage you to get the course, buy the tools, and make a self-publishing journey easier, because you can basically take charge of your publishing. So this is what it looks like. So you have until next week to sign up, September 4. And then for the live sessions, we would start that on September 11. If you're able to see that on the screen, I'm looking on YouTube and it's a little, I can't see the full screen, so I need to adjust my setting. All right, so I'm going to take off the comment, the ticker. Maybe that will help. Anyway, just go to authorpreneursecrets.com and the whole outline is there. Make self-publishing easier. It's about making it easier, putting money back in your pocket. And this is one of the courses from the Authorpreneur Secrets Academy. This book doesn't give you formatting instruction. I have a different formatting guide for that. And we're talking about Word, Atticus, and Kindle Create. But most of the lessons will be on Microsoft Word. That takes up most of the time. You only need one session or watch one or two videos. For Kindle Create, you only need a couple of videos or one video for Atticus, or you could just go on YouTube and learn it. But there are certain things that you need a guide, because you may have questions, which is why this course exists and the live sessions, and you can go and sign up. All right, so we are going to end today. We're talking about something that can put money in your pocket, help you on your self-publishing journey. So you not only just have to publish the books and depend on book sales, you can learn certain skills that will save you and also earn you income. Like I said, I've done several books. Sometimes you have a bill to pay, just a little bill, just an extra income, and somebody says to you, can you format this book for me? And before you know it, well, if you're going to come to me to format through the Authorpreneur Secrets Academy, I charge $200 for the ebook and the print book, and I'll get it done. And because there are certain rules, people mess it up. Let me just give you one before we close. You don't want to use a PDF for a normal ebook. So I sometimes see authors and I can know what they've done wrong when I look at the book. If your book isn't formatted properly, it can turn off the reader. And so I've seen where they went on Amazon, they just uploaded the PDF and thinking that would give them an ebook, and it doesn't work. You have to have another tool to convert it. And unless it's like a print replica or an image laden book, you don't use a PDF. You need to upload like a docx file. In the early days, drop caps wouldn't convert on ebooks. In the different with the different ebook tools, sorry, the drop cap wouldn't work. No, Kindle Create has solved that and certain other things. There are certain images that don't convert. So when you have chapters that are styled with certain, the design is image laden. With an ebook, that doesn't work. There's a difference between the print and the ebook. So some of those little things, certain little formatting things, like you don't put your indentation at 0.5 inches. That is submission format to your publisher or to your editor. You have to have a smaller indentation when you are formatting a book and you're using the indented paragraphs. It needs to be like 0.2 or 0.25. So I've seen books and the indentation started way over, and I'm like, no. You want your book to look professional. So this course will help you to do that. So we're going past the 30-minute mark. Thanks for joining. I'll let you know what we're going to discuss next as we talk about how to make a living with books. And remember, get this book. Oh, before I go, I put up a tutorial today on how to publish a book. It's the number one question I get every single week. It's 12 minutes. It's an audio tutorial. So you can go on the channel, Authorpreneur Secrets, and look for it. How to publish a book. It's 12 minutes and it takes you through the steps quickly. Anyway, share this podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll catch you on the next Authorpreneur Secrets Live. Have a good evening, everybody.